everyone. My name is Victor, and I welcome you to your Share Power podcast. Today, we'll be looking at some series of interesting topics, and here with me in the studio to discuss the topic is a passionate game player in the practice of real estate here in Lagos State, Nigeria. He's no other than Mr. Nelson. Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson. It is a privilege to have you in the studio here with us at Share Power again today.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure being here.
Okay, today, Mr. Nelson, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is simply put, why are people afraid to commit? When I say commit, I mean committing to investing in real estate here in Lagos, specifically here in Lagos. As a consultant, I would like to get your opinion on that, sir.
All right, very quick one. The truth of the matter is this. People are actually still buying real estate.
Okay.
In Lagos as I speak to you. Now, it's fine to say that the demand, sure you understand, might actually be on a decline.
Yes.
A bit.
Yes.
And that could be attributed to several factors. Number one factor could be previous experience of people who have bought into real estate.
Okay.
So I give you a very graphic example. Look at the Ikota demolition that is ongoing. It's enough to scare certain people from coming into play. So imagine you have invested multi-millions and then your luxurious house, or your luxury house rather, now becomes a crumble within a space of seconds. Do you understand?
Okay.
So one, that could be a factor. So the primary factor here could be like you spend money to buy property and within microseconds or few years, the property is lost. People have had that experience over and over again.
That's true.
I don't know if you understand.
That's true.
The government is not to be blamed. Really. Do you understand? Because certain people don't go through the necessary due diligence they're supposed to go through before committing into properties. That is why I tell people, before you go into buy properties, you need to seek the advice of a consultant. You need to seek an expert. It's not enough for you to see a property on the social media space and then you are committing money into it. No, if you see a property that you like, all right, do your research. Seek the help of a consultant. Ask questions. Do you understand? Before committing into that property.
Okay.
Do you understand? So one, that could be a factor. Two, another factor at the moment that we can begin to consider could be the level of the economic hardship going on in the country at the moment.
Okay.
A lot of people are going through a lot, looking at the price of dollar and all these things. So some people will tell you, let investment wait first. All right, let me first get myself, or let me first see the direction in which the country is going before I can put my money there. All right, I have got to see some clients tell me that, Nelson, can you just hold on? Let us see the shape the country is taking. And if you look clearly, you also see that recently the Supreme Court just determined the winner, all right, of the last election that took place in Nigeria, which many people were actually waiting for to see where that will end. And now that the winner has been declared, all right, and the winner has been stamped by the Supreme Court, okay, and so some people now say, okay, this is our president, okay, now we are knowing the direction in which the country is going. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think I can put my money there. So there are several factors that we can put together holistically to see why some people are like taking aback, or people are withdrawing to like put their money into what now? Into investment. So number one, I've talked about the previous experience of the client in terms of them buying properties and losing it to all manner of things. Okay. Number two, I've talked about the fact that the level of economic hardship going on among people right now. Some people are afraid to commit their money. Some of them are just trying to survive first Do you understand? And then number 3 is that, of course, the Supreme Court just affirmed, all right, the winner of the election. So people are like still looking at monitoring the trends and looking at the things that are going on. Those things also could be a factor why a lot of people are withdrawing from real estate. And another one, which is the Japa syndrome. Okay. A lot of people are trying to leave the country because I have got to talk to a lot of clients, and then they will tell you for now real estate is not in their mind. In fact, I saw a record online about PiggyVest, where PiggyVest was talking about the fact that they did a research and discovered 3 major reasons why people are saving money. Number 1, they said people are saving money to pay rent. Number 2, they said people are saving money to japa. Now I can't even remember the third one. Do you understand? Yeah. So everybody I try to call, especially who is a working class professional, most of them are telling you they want to leave the country. They want to leave the country. So every money they are keeping now, many of them are planning to leave the country with it. So there are several factors. But I must tell you, people are still buying properties in this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson, for this input. You've said quite a lot of things about the reasons why most people are afraid to commit, ranging from the previous experiences down to the Japa syndrome. Okay, interestingly, I was able to pick out one thing, and that is the first factor you pointed out, which is the previous experience. And you cited the Ikota demolition as an example. So now my question is this: could it be that everybody who is currently being affected by the Ikota demolition did not consult the council or the consultants before subscribing to that property?
Okay, the truth is that some must have consulted a consultant, but just understand that people are in this game for several reasons. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You see, in the business of real estate, not just in the business of real estate, even in some other businesses, people are concerned about their pockets.
Yeah.
Some people know that this thing is obstructing a drainage. Mm-hmm. They can talk the client into buying it just for them to make the money that they want to make at that particular point in time. And not everybody looks at the interest of the clients. In every transaction that I do, the last thing that comes to my mind is the money. The client's interest takes priority.
Okay.
So if I see that this investment is not going to pay this client in the long run, do you understand?
Yeah.
I rather advise that client to back off. Why should I put my head in something that I know that after 2 years you are still going to come for me, hunting me for a transaction I did 2 years back? Do you understand? So not everybody thinks like that. Some of them will know that this thing is obstructing a drainage. Do you understand? Even some government officials will know and still issue some kind of funny approvals. And then the person goes to build on it. They know this thing is obstructing a drainage. You see, one of the things I tell people is, if you know people in government, always know how best you can use them. Not to like jump across a due process. Because people will not always remain in power. That's one of the things we must understand. Somebody was governor 4 years ago, another person is governor today, another person will be governor in another years to come. So even if you know them, follow due process. Do you understand? Yeah. It's not, you can use money to bypass certain things right now, and the thing will still come back to hurt you maybe 8 years later. So follow the due process. You know them, they can even help you to extend the due process. Do you understand? If you know somebody in government and you take you pick the chart of that particular land and you go to ministry, lands minister Lausa, they will tell you it's obstructing a drainage because it's on their master plan. They will tell you it's obstructing a drainage. So apparently some people, they knew it's obstructing a drainage. Maybe they did not tell them because they didn't do their due diligence well. Maybe some knew, All right, and maybe they felt that it's something they could bypass because of the level of influence they have in the state or the people they know, and now it's coming back to haunt them. Because a government will come one day who is ready to work and will clear out all those mess. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So if they work with a consultant, it now depends what kind of consultant did they work with. Is it a consultant that had their interest at heart, or a consultant that is just after his own pocket? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I get it.
So that's just my own submission in this matter.
Okay, so if I got you clearly, are you also saying in essence that the developers contributed to this misfortune that is currently that the investors are currently experiencing?
The investor,
Yeah.
has his part to play. Sorry, I beg your pardon. The developer has its part to play.
Okay.
Do you understand? Before the developer goes to acquire that land, let me see. Lagos has a master plan.
All right.
Do you understand? There is no plot you pick in Lagos. If you go to Ministry Alausa, they will show you. Maybe he felt it's something he could bypass. I don't know if you understand. Maybe he felt it's something he could bypass, or the developer said did not even go to Alausa to go and inquire. He just saw an empty land and the Omoniless probably sold it to him or whoever owns the place, and then he sent it to the public. If you follow the normal process, the chart will show you that this thing is committed, is obstructing the drainage. Lagos State Master Plan was not created today now. Do you understand? It was the master plan day they went to bring out and saw that these things are obstructing drainage, and they needed to clear it.
Okay, that's very fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson. Okay, before we wrap it up for today, I have one question to ask you. As a consultant, have you ever experienced any sort of disappointment from a developer before?
Well, the truth is that I don't work with all developers. That's just me. I don't sell all products. I don't market all products. I have selected developers that I work with. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because if you don't share my kind of value, why should I work with you? Do you understand? For me, everything is not about the money. One thing I have always believed is once the client is happy, the money will come. Do you understand? Because I, as a person, I feel bad and I feel hurt when cheated. You know what it takes to make money? You know what it is to lose it? Do you understand? So, I'm not really in the game for the money, so to say. But the client's endpoint is ultimate for me. Once the client is happy, the money will come. It's just a natural process. It might take some time, but as soon as my client is happy, because the client will give me referrals, the client will recommend me. Do you understand? I'm even going to have a clear conscience. So it's not all developers I work with. I don't work with all developers. I have selected developers, like the Shepherd Wings. Is one of the developers that I know that I work with. And that is because of the kind of value system that they have embraced and the things I have seen them do. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. And that is why I have chosen to partner with them in promoting the products that they sell. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's not all developers that I work with.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson. As a protege of Mr. Tayo, who is the CEO of Shepherd Homes and Investment Limited, and Shepherd Homes being my inroad into the practice of real estate, I want to say thank you very much for trusting and believing in us. God bless you, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.